Ah, look at that. My least favorite traitor is showing their face yet again. You've got some nerve showing up here. Which is funny, since you're too spineless to pick a side. But anyway, how have you been lately? Still switching up your ideologies without a second thought? Having a good time cleaning those knives you jammed into the backs of people who trusted you? Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that you have your own moral code that's more gray than black and white, or whatever bullshit you spew to help yourself sleep at night. No one's fully good or bad, and we both know it. Not even heroes, not even villains, and not even you or me. Save it for someone who wants to talk philosophy. I assume, or at the very least, I hope, you came for something else. Maybe something quick, since I have other things I'd rather be doing. Oh, I don't know. Something like balancing my checkbook or swallowing a handful of fire ants. Maybe accidentally blowing up my base while trying to set up defenses that would actually manage to keep you out. All those sound slightly more fun than having any prolonged interaction with you. Or any brief interaction with you, for that matter. I know. Charming, aren't I? Don't worry. You can say yes. I won't judge. Suit yourself. I guess you just have terrible taste. Like that one hero you were dating about a year ago. Which one was it? Fireflight, right? Phoenixy powers. Sure, they're cool. It's just like orange and red in the same outfit. Not even his accent colors, but the whole thing. And the accents were actually that copper color. And they didn't take the absolutely golden opportunity to wear a plague doctor mask. They could have called themselves like Vulture or something. And yes, I know they're technically not medical themed or bird themed, but still, wasted potential. Actually, why did you break up with them? Oh, uh, I didn't think they were the type to do that. They seemed like they were the loyal type. I guess that just goes to show what heroes are actually like when it comes down to their personal morals. Anyway, why are you here? Last I checked, I thought you were doing something overseas about the threads of fate. Like trying to break into the Oracle facility and tangle them or something. Just some questions. I was hoping it would at least be something interesting that sent you to annoy me, but it's just some stupid questions. Ugh. Questions about me? What? Are you trying to get to know me better? Want to know my favorite color? My favorite season? My zodiac sign? What 3 books I'd take with me to a deserted island? What? How do you even... No. You know what? I don't care how you know all of that. And I most certainly don't want to know how you know. But if you already know those kinds of things, then what are you wanting to know? And quit sitting on the counter. I just cleaned it. More personal? That makes it sound like you're wanting to psychoanalyze me. If that's what you're here to do, then leave. I'm not in the mood. That's not reassuring me whatsoever. You being curious has gotten me into more trouble than anything else. Instead, how about you don't ask me any questions and leave me the hell alone? Doesn't that sound much better for everyone involved? Yeah, when I said better for everyone, I actually meant better for me, which, as we all know, is what matters most, since this is my humble abode. Speaking of which, that means I have the power to kick you out. And since you're overstaying your welcome, I'm going to do just that. It was terrible to see you, and I'm afraid that I'm so very busy today. So goodbye, and have an awful day. Didn't you hear me? The door's that way. I'm sure you remember, since you all but kicked it in. Go walk out of it. Then I'll have to make you leave physically. Don't go assuming that you're going to beat me. What do you mean, if I have the heart for it? Of course I have the heart for... Hold on. You? No. Don't you? You know. So, how long? How long? Of course. Of freaking course. That's why you came here. So, it's just now that you decided to come around, wanting to talk about it? You know, I'd been worried that you'd remember that whole situation. I'd worked myself into a panic about it for a month, terrified you'd noticed it. I was constantly aware of how I moved around you, how I talked around you, how I looked at you. Hell, I counted the seconds of every inhale and exhale when I was around you because I was petrified that you would notice. Do you know how hard hand-to-hand combat is when you're trying to control your breathing? You really gave a whole new meaning to taking my breath away. But weeks passed and you didn't say anything. So I figured you didn't notice. I actually started to think that I might be in the clear. I thought that you hadn't noticed, and I could actually pretend to be indifferent to you. I thanked everything good in this hellish world that you didn't hear the way I begged. I actually begged them to let me save you. The circle, those shitheads that preach about how peace and unity comes before all else. Those motherfuckers were going to let you die there. They smiled. They were grinning while your blood spilled out onto the dirt, smiling like you hadn't been helping them, like you hadn't used every last bit of you to keep the world from crumbling. I guess they figured 2 birds with 1 stone. Huh? Let you die, keep their face as the ones who save the world. Politicians with capes is what they are. I don't even know how I managed to find you in that wasteland. I was scared you'd gotten trapped under a building, maybe caught in electrical wires and dragged under the ground. Imagine my surprise when I ended up finding you in that little community garden. The same one where you buried all the things you tried to hide from the rest of the world. Your old ID, your legal documents, a few keys, your journal, some other things you couldn't bring yourself to get rid of. You couldn't leave a trail back to who you were, so you hid them under that patch of lavender that no one wanted to get rid of. wonder if the heroes knew exactly where they were as you were dying. I can't tell if it's more ironic or tragic. You were about to wilt in the same spot you had planted the seeds of your life. Well, yeah, really shitty poetry is a good way to put it, but you didn't see what you looked like, surrounded by all of them. Like they had any right to be there with you in your final moments. And you, the one person who had risked everything. The one who put your hand on the end of the world and pushed it away. You were dying. Not like a hero should have. You were covered in blood and dirt and ash. Your lips were getting blue and your skin was turning gray. Your injuries. You were damn near irreparable. Ripped like a paper doll. For a second, I thought you'd already. But then I got closer, and I could see that you were still breathing. Barely, but you were. The second I saw that there was still some faint chance you could make it, I knew I had to help you. The circle told me to keep away from you, and there were so many of them that I knew I couldn't beat them. I wanted to try, but I looked at you again, and there was no chance that you would survive more than a few minutes. So I put my damn pride down and begged them to let me save you. I pleaded with them, trying to bribe them to just let me save you. They let me beg at their feet for a while before they told me that I could try and save you. I don't think they even knew I have powers, or they would have never done that. But think everything good in this world they did. So I just picked you up and ran. I don't even remember where I ended up taking you. I just kept going until my legs gave out. When I fell to the ground, I realized that your lips were starting to go blue. And when I put my hand on your face, you felt cold. My heart dropped into my stomach, and I knew that I had to act right then. You know, I'd always thought that my power was useless. Life force transfer. What good is that for what I do? I don't want to trade years of people's lives, especially not when I have to kiss them to do so. I've only even tried using it a handful of times in my entire life. I don't even really know how it works. But for you, I sure as hell was gonna try. So I got as much energy as I had left in my body and pressed my lips against yours. Because the more intimate the touch, the easier it is to transfer the life force. But that took all the energy I had. I didn't even have time to look at you before I passed out. Then I woke up and you were gone. And I kept living, hoping that you hadn't remembered a single second. Yeah, I kissed you. I had to. It was the only way to save you. You were on death's door, seconds from walking through. And I couldn't let you die. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't at least try. Whose life? I didn't steal anyone's life force. You know I would never do that. I'd never stoop that fucking low. You want to know whose life I cut short to give you more? Mine. I gave you part of my lifespan to keep you alive. Why did I save your life at the expense of part of my own? Now that's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? That's the one you came here to ask, right? I'll let you take a guess on that. Surely you know the answer by now. Why do you keep asking me? You have what you want to know. Just back up, would you? Why do you want me to tell you? You already know why. I know you do. So quit getting closer to me. That's a dirty trick, you fucking bastard. Leaning in close like that. Getting so close that I can't see anything but you. You know what those eyes do to me. I know you do. Hey, don't get any closer. I won't fall for any of your games. Really, I mean it. Just because I want you, that doesn't mean I'll just give in. Just because your eyes could pin me at 50 paces. And just because every time we fight, I get weak in the knees. Come on, don't grin like that. Of course I'm flustered. You can't just put your hand on my face and make me look you in the eyes and not expect my mind to go to how much I want to kiss you. It's inevitable, especially when you're this close. Yeah, of course I do. I think about kissing you so often, it's hard to say if I ever truly stop. I kinda hate you for it. Or I would. If I didn't love you so much. What? You surprised? It's not like I'm going to deny it. I've already said so much that I might as well stop beating around the bush and spit it out. I love you. Yeah, I mean it. Every last letter. Why else would I have gone through all of that to save you? Do you think there's anyone else in the world I would do that for? I've given up so much for you. And I did it gladly. And you know what? I would do it again. And I would do it without even a moment to think about it, because I would never regret it. I'm not going to take any of it back now that I've finally said it. But now that you know why I saved you at my own expense, I'm going to ask you to get out. As fond of you as I am, I'm not stupid enough to let you stay here while you know you have that kind of advantage over me. So turn around and... You just kissed me. Why did you kiss me? Hey, quit. Why are you doing this? Are you trying to mock me? How am I supposed to know your feelings if you never show them? Oh, I mean, yes, all of that was nice of you. You have saved me several times. But how is that supposed to prove that you have feelings for me? I guess that proves it. So, you really do have feelings for me, huh? I can't begin to describe how that makes me feel. Well, of course I'm happy. It's just, this is so much to handle. We've been at odds for how many years now? This change in our relationship is practically giving me whiplash. It's a lot to think about. That sounds like a great idea. Let's just leave the thinking for later. My head hurts enough already. How about this? My bedroom is just upstairs. So why don't we go up there and just rest together? But this time, it won't be as we both lay exhausted and dying on the ground outside. This time, I just want to hold you and feel how warm you are. And steal a few more kisses, if you'll let me. That's just what I wanted to hear. Would you mind if I snagged another one right now? You know, I think I like kissing you much more than I like fighting you. I know we still have a lot to talk about, and it's not going to be the easiest for us. But just remember that I will never regret saving you. Just be patient with me, okay? I promise I'll do the same for you. But we've already talked about a lot of heavy stuff tonight. So let's go sleep on it for a bit. For right now, I'm just going to enjoy having you right here with me.